Good morning everyone. Yes, welcome back to our online class. Okay, so today is Thursday. So every Thursday morning we're gonna study about the writing tutor 1A, and the second session we're gonna start our blueprint 5. Alright, so now let's talk about our first subject today is about writing tutor 1A, right? Okay, so today video we're gonna do something on page. Let's turn to page 69 and 70. So today video we are going to cover from page 69 and page 70. Okay, so please turn your book to page 69 and page 70 all together. Are you ready? Okay, good. Right, so today's lesson we are going to focus about our writing form. Okay, so in this writing form is about a series of facts, right? All right, so now let's learn something from our whiteboard all together. So here is about the writing form, which is about a series of facts. Okay, so actually we use the reason that we need to use the series of facts because in this case, in this situation, we need to retell a series of facts, a story about something that really happened. Okay, can you guess everyone which tense that we're gonna use? Of course, we're gonna use the past tense, right? Because it really happened, so that we know that it happened already. Make sure that it is real and true, okay? Another thing, you need to use the outline below, okay? So to write the series of fact form, you also need to follow with our outline. So let's see about our outline together. So the first one is the orientation part. Put the information about the person, time, and place of the story. Okay, so in this time about the orientation part, you need to include about the person, the time, the place of the story which it happened. Okay. Okay, so this is about the information that you need to put in the orientation when you write a kind of this series of facts. Okay, so now let's move on to number 2. What you have to follow is, you know, like in the event, of course, when we done about our orientation part, we move to the event part, right? So in the event part, use the past tense, use the past verbs and expression for time orders. Okay. Do you still remember what are the time expression, everyone? Okay, good. Okay, so the time expression, we have the word first, later, then, after that, and in 1678, for example. Okay, like if the story happened in, like in our whiteboard in here, if the story happened in 1678, you have to add the year of the story that which it happened. Okay, you also include what year that it happened, right? Okay, so now let's move on to our last. It's about number 3. In the ending part, okay, the ending part you need to add your opinion or comment on the facts. All right, right. So in this time, in our series of facts, it's not like what you have learned before. Okay, in the previous video, that series of facts you cannot add your own idea or own opinion about what the story happened, right? But in this time, in our new lesson today, in the series of facts, you also can add about your ideas or opinion about the story that it happened. Okay, like you know, like Bill Gates, right? He is the billionaire, he is the rich person in the world. And then you also can add your idea or your comment about what do you think about that person. Okay, you can say, I think Bill Gates is a really successful person in the world. This is about your opinion, right? You can add like this because it's really true. You say what it is true. Okay, so this is what you have to add about the ideas in the ending parts. Okay, right. So now we have finished about our outline, right? Okay, so now let's try to answer about our 3 questions all together. Are you ready? Okay, so to test your what you understand about our series of facts in our unit 4, so I want you guys to answer with our 3 questions on the whiteboard. Are you ready? Alright, so now let's see about our first question. So the first question is, what does the orientation tell? Okay, what does it tell everyone? A, where and when something happened. B, the events in order. C, what the writer thinks about the events. Okay, so which one is the correct answer, everyone? So you may find the answer on our whiteboard in the another side of the whiteboard. Here, right? So in the orientation part, put the information, person, time, and place of the story. Okay? So now the correct answer is letter A, B, or C. Is it letter A, letter B, or letter C? The answer is letter A. So the orientation tells about where and when something happened. Okay, it is about the place, about the time, right? Okay, now let's move to our second question. Is question 2, which is an example of how a person feels about something. Okay, so A, Edison did not go to college. B, I think Bill Gates is the luckiest man in the world. C, Pablo Colon is an emergency rescue worker in Mexico City. Okay, so to add your idea, like what I told you, you have to express your own opinion about what something is real and true, right? But what about our answer, letter C? Pablo Colon is an emergency rescue worker in Mexico City. Is it the correct one? It's not really correct for that question. Okay, let's see about our question again. It is about the example of how a person feels about something, right? Feel. If you say Pablo Colon is an emergency rescue worker, of course it is real that he is the one kind of in charge of that job, right? But actually it is not about the opinion or about thinking about any story that a person think about something, right? So the correct is the letter B. I think Bill Gates is the luckiest man in the world. Can you see the word think, everyone? Yeah. Think. I think. I think. I think is referred to what you thinking on, what you have any opinion on something, right? So this is about what our answer is, right? Okay. So now let's move on to our last question is letter number 3. A series of facts were third-person pronouns such as he, she, they, and. What are the third person, everyone? We still have one more, right? The word, yes, the word it. Okay, so in a series of fact form, what you need to write or what you need to use about any pronouns that you can write about is, or you can use is, the third person pronoun, right? So we have he, she, it, and they, right? Right, so this is what you have to include in your series of facts. Okay, right. Now, so let's turn to page 70 all together, everyone. Are you at there? Okay, so on page 70 we are going to read about the story of Bill Gates. Now let's start. B. Read the story and complete the chart. Bill Gates, the richest man in the world. Bill Gates had rich parents. They wanted him to be a lawyer. Bill did not want to be a lawyer. He was interested in computers. In high school, he and his friends wrote computer programs. His smart teacher saw that he was very talented. He let Bill work on his programs during class. There were many things Bill and his friends did to be successful. First, they became good at writing computer programs. After that, they got jobs working for a big computer company. Later, they started their own company. It used computers. The computers did work that people normally did manually. The company was not very successful, but it gave Bill a lot of experience. Then, Bill Gates graduated from high school. He went to Harvard University. There, he met a lot of important people. He left college early and started a software company with a friend. His friend's name is Paul Allen. Their company was called Microsoft. Soon, it became very famous. In conclusion, Bill Gates is very successful because he is talented, smart, and a hard worker. He is now the richest man in the world. Okay, so after you read about our person in the story, which is the story about Bill Gates, right? What do you think about Bill Gates, everyone? Yeah, of course, he is a smart and hard worker as well, right? All right, so in our reading, the writer also included his personal background, like his education background as well, right? They say when Bill Gates was studying in the high school, and his math teacher said he is really talented because he's really good at math as well. So that's why he liked to write about the computer programs with his friends, right? And actually, when when he and his friend become older, they are getting into the college, right? But actually, they left the college early. And then they start their own business as well. But before they are starting their own business, they also work for another big computer company as well, right? And that company that he was working for was not really success at all. Because why? We don't know about the reason, right? Right. So and then he also decided to starting about his own business with his friend by running a new business for themselves, which is Microsoft company, right? All right, and that company is still famous and popular for the users right now, okay? Right, so this is about the stories of Bill Gates or his personal experience that he shares to the reading, right? Okay, so for our outline, completing the outline, I am not going to show you about the answer on the whiteboard, but I will put this one into our classwork as well, right? Okay, so we come to an end of our video lesson for our first session. So like right now, let's have a break for 10 minutes, and after you finish the break time, we can continue our video in our second session. All right, enjoy your break time, everyone.